right, you guys, podcast time. We got the equipment and the perfect business plan. Give our show away for free and tell no one how to find it. Ready?
Yo, what's good? What it do? It's me, Dario, aka 80s Baby. Welcome to another episode of Kicking It with 80s Baby. Well, it's been a long week. Didn't do an ep last week. Wasn't feeling so well. Still getting over the cold. I don't know what the fuck's going around, but I had a ill sore throat. Haven't been feeling right. Face was fucking hurting. Felt like someone punched me in the face, but feeling a lot better now. And so, yeah, man, let's get on with this. And thank you all for joining in so far. Whoever's in here right now. Let's see. Since everybody wants to read off the chat, I know there's a couple of you in here. So, Toy Renzu, what's up? First time listener. Thank you, sir. Santo 1414. Hey, my man. How you say Manu? That's I don't even know, bro. You gotta get a new handle. Change your name on YouTube, bro. Change your name. Felipe, what's up, bro? Oh, you like the intro? Thank you. Chicken Burger Disco did it. Chicken Burger Disco did the intro for me. He did the outro also. Working on some more things with him. Zamfontes, what's up? What's up, Thickolis? What's going on, bro? But yeah, so thank you so far for whoever's in here. It's gonna be a pretty quick show. Again, I don't try to go over an hour. Whatever. Gonna be revealing some stuff later on in a few, not that long, and show you everything that I've been doing in the past. I don't know what. Machu Toys, what's up, man? What's going on? But yeah, shit. What am I doing? I forgot how to do the show already. It's only been a week. God damn it. What's going on, bro? Thank you. That's part of the reveal later. But yeah. So thank you for joining in, and let's get right to it. So I don't really post on my I don't really post on my IG like that, but I do put a lot of stories up that shit that I care about. And these past 2 weeks, a lot of things happened in the past that I, for one, was alive through it to I was able to live through it, I guess, right? You would call it, right? All right. So let me just add a couple of things. Let me just show you a couple of things that happened in the prior weeks, in the last week and this week. That's what's going on. I can't talk for shit, bro. Like I said, I was sick last week. I don't know what's going on. I lost my voice almost damn near Sunday. I got it back somewhat yesterday, but I'm still kind of raspy now. Oh, what's up? Win or lose, what's going on? Innocence, what's going on? KJ, what's good, bro? But let me share the screen right quick. So this is an IG page that I love. I've been following them for a long ass time. It's Up North Trips. It's a take on a Mobb Deep song, right? So let's go back. Let's go back to this right here. All right. It was 2 weeks ago. Martin debuted on TV. Dude, Martin for me was the best show growing up, right? I used to watch it on Fox every what was it? Thursday night. Thursday night like at 8. Yeah, Thursday nights at 8. It would be Fox had their own like ABC was every Friday night was TGIF, right? And we all know about that. But Thursdays, Fox on Thursday nights was like the ill shit, right? They had it started off with Martin at 8. Then at 8:30 they would give Living Single, and at 9 o'clock they was giving New York Undercover. If you from the East Coast, bro, if you from the Tri-State and you watched all these shows, you know what's good. Martin, In Living Color, and New York in Living Color. No, not In Living Color. What did I just say? Oh shit. It was Martin. What's the damn show with Queen Latifah? Living Single, and New York Undercover. Right? Yo, that was the best lineup on Thursdays. Dude, Martin, I still watch it to this day. One of the funniest episodes that always comes to my head was when he goes to like that tropical island. I don't know if it was Jamaica or something, but he goes into like the shittiest like little cabin, and he fights this like like this animal. I don't know if it was a gerbil or a fucking squirrel or a raccoon or what. That shit was when he starts beating that shit like this. He's doing all that. Yo, I lose it, dog. I lose it. It's the most funniest thing ever. But yeah, that premiere. It's been 30 years, bro. It doesn't even feel like it's been that long. That's crazy. Let's see. Right here. 6 days ago was when Tupac got shot, right? I remember this. It was early in the morning, like I think it was like on a Saturday into Sunday, because it was after a Tyson fight, right? Yeah, it was a Tyson fight. Saturday into Sunday morning, early. So, since the West Coast is 3 hours behind, I was already asleep. So I woke up to the news of this 6 days. And then same thing everybody said. Oh, he'll get through it. He's been shot before, whatever. It was really nothing. But then, like, throughout as days passed, we saw how serious it was, and basically like, oh shit, it doesn't look good for Pac, right? And then eventually we got the news that he ended up passing away, which what was it? They don't even got the post for that. It was 7 days later, and he ended up passing away, which was crazy because then he ended up dropping an album under Machiavelli with the 7-Day Theory, right? And everybody was like, to this day, oh, he faked his death. He faked his death, because it was just so crazy how shit went down. He gets shot. 6 days later, on the 7th day, my man ends up passing away. And then he drops an album under a new alias called the 7-Day Theory. Shit goes to this day, like my man Adrian says, to this day. He is still he's still they still say that he faked his death and shit. So that's just nuts. That's crazy. And obviously everybody knows that not yesterday, on Sunday was 9/11, and the towers. That's when we got hit over here with everything, and the towers dropped and all that, And I mean, for whoever didn't live around here or doesn't remember, whatever, like it was seeing the towers, bro, like seeing them in person, being somewhat close to them, seeing them around the way, or just right there, right? Because I used to live in Brooklyn before I moved to Jersey, and I would see them all the time, like from where I lived and stuff. I used to right across the river and shit. But it was just like, I don't know, man. Like, it's never been the same since, right? Since they dropped, like since everything happened, it's just nuts the way the skyline just looks, right? It's I can't even explain it. It's just not the same, right? And you get so many iconic pictures and shit, right? Like look at Patrick Ewing, Towers, Jay, towers, the illest one of all, Biggie, up on the towers. And like there's so many pictures. There's so many pictures. It's just that was like the place to be, right? Like I remember that day. It's like if it was last year, 2 years ago. And it was funny because I thought about that day not too long ago, and in my head I was thinking, how long before people stop talking about it, right? Like how long before people stop talking about 9/11 and bringing it up? Because everything has an endpoint, right? Whether it's memories or history, at one point or another, we all stop talking about it. We stop. Like it just ends, right? It ends. And even though like the people that were there, let's say like your parents, and then they tell you when you're young and then you find about it now, and so on and so on. Like is this going to come to an end? Because at the end is just the memory. So the people that actually live through it eventually will pass away. Like my youngest daughter, she just knows very little of it from school, and my oldest too. My oldest, she only knows very little bit of from school, and she doesn't know exactly what it is. And thanks to YouTube and things like that, and documentaries and movies, you get a sense of what happened, a visual. But there's a lot of videos of, like, I've seen it on the news. Like I was watching this shit when people were jumping out the building and literally committing suicide on air, live TV. Like they don't show that stuff. Oh man, that's crazy, bro. Sorry to hear that, man. R.I.P. to that hero. So but yeah, man, it's crazy, like that thing. But the towers themselves was just a sight to be seen, especially if you were from around the way. You know exactly what I'm talking about, man. And when you look at that New York skyline, as beautiful as it is, it's just not the same anymore, and it never will be. I don't care what the fuck they build. It was just those two big ass towers just did something to that skyline, and we had so many epic, iconic pictures and shit, and all of this. I mean, oh, hold up. I got a call. Who's this?
Yo, what's good, man?
Hey, what's going on, sir? How's it going?
It's going good, man.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining, calling in. So what's going on? I was just talking about things that have been going on in the past, and I brought up the towers. you do you remember like 9/11 and stuff, like when it went down? I forget how old you are, so.
Oh, I just turned 34.
Oh, okay.
Like I remember, man, being on TV right before school. I was eating my cereal, and my mom told me, she turned on the news. She goes, a plane flew into the Twin Towers, and being young, man, I didn't even know what the Twin Towers was. So she told me. She put on the news, and it was just crazy. And she didn't know she should send me to school or not.
Yeah. I mean, around here, I was just starting work and finishing my route at the time, and listening to the radio. No one really knew what was going on. People were saying that it was a helicopter that flew in, and it was an accident, and things just kept going. Shit just like everything in the city, bro. Think something happens, you keep it pushing. You just, all right, well, I'll hear about it later, right? So like when that happened, everybody's like, oh yeah, it might have been a small plane or a helicopter. It was just an accident. And so, whatever reports were coming in, like little by little, no one really knew what was going on, right?
Yeah, it was until the second plane that everybody was just.
It was until the second one that, yeah, and it was all downhill from there,
Yeah, man.
But also on that day, as tragic as it was, we got some classic albums, and starting off with Fabulous, his debut album, which is Ghetto Fabulous. It's a good ass album. I don't know how much into hip hop you are and stuff like that, but this is Fab's debut album, and it's one of his best to this date. So, and I like it. I still listen to some of this shit, and probably one of the greatest albums that dropped in this man's career is The Blueprint, Jay-Z's Blueprint. I mean, if you like rap, then you listen to this album from beginning to end, no skips whatsoever, no skips. and it's crazy because back then albums dropped on Tuesday, right? Every Tuesday was new album day, and for an album to drop on a day like this and still go platinum within like a week or so, it was just nuts. It was like, oh shit, like, but that just goes, back then in my head, it's only like New York that bought albums and shit. I never even thought outside of the city,
Yeah.
It was just like, oh yeah, nah. Damn, everybody in New York bought this shit. Not even thinking about the rest of the world, because it was like the world didn't exist to me. It was just my local shit right here, right? But yeah, man. I mean, did you ever listen to this? You a fan of Jay-Z?
Man, I got into hip-hop probably later. Like, I want to say I started off listening to hip-hop really early on, like the 6th grade, and I discovered Wu-Tang Clan.
Who? What?
Who? Oh,
it's because Wu-Tang for the children, baby.
Oh man. And the first song I heard was Gravel Pit.
Okay.
So man, I'm kind of dating myself there, but like it
that was the first album, the one with Gravel Pit, the W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't until probably 5 years ago that I went deep with Wu-Tang, and I fell in love with them, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, Wu-Tang's for the children, baby. They got to teach that shit in school.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, Ramos, man. I was actually offered tickets to go watch Wu-Tang and Nas and Busta Rhymes right now, like happening right now in the Prudential Center. They have a show going on, but I don't know. I really don't understand or why I didn't buy tickets to begin with a long time ago when they were on sale. But I've seen the Wu-Tang Clan in entirety, like the whole group. I've seen them in parts, like at least 4 to 6 times, right, throughout my whole concert life span. I've watched Nas a few times, and he's really good. I like the show. And I never seen Busta Rhymes, but whatever. I don't care. So maybe that was one of the reasons. And another reason was mainly probably because in the group of people I hang out with, I'm the oldest. Everybody's like around your age, Nick, like that younger. So it's not the same vibe where we would connect. Even though you might be a fan, it won't be the same feel, in a way. I don't know if you understand, like even if you're like your age and maybe you chill with someone that's like, I don't know, 28, but they like the exact same music, you have a different love for that music because it was in your time compared to I just caught up. It's different. I don't know, at least I feel like it's different.
Like my big problem with like people in general, especially like my age, are like those gatekeepers. Like look at what happened with Metallica, for instance, with Stranger Things.
Oh yeah.
Like the longtime fans, man. I've been a fan of Metallica since like the 4th grade, and it's just finding out that there's new fans, man. I'm all for it. Like, it's just like it's the same as being a comic book fan. Like, you and I, we grew up with this. So if anybody comes up to me like with a Batman shirt and just says, I only watch the movies, I'm like, yo, do yourself a favor. Read this, and that, same thing with like Metallica. I'm like, oh, you got to check out, the Black Album for sure. You got to check out, Injustice for All. It's just, I want them to learn, and appreciate and love the music that I love or the things that I love.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
it's just like,
it's like you're saying, like, you grew up on the comics. I don't read them shits at all. I watch the movies. So when it's like, like for right now, let's say She-Hulk or the past show Miss Marvel. That was my introduction to these characters. To come like unless like compared to someone like yourself that might have been known about them because
Yeah.
you read shit, and it's like, all right, so like I want to know more, but sorry that I'm only watching the shows. But there are some people that are like, oh my god, well, you don't know shit, because you got to read the comics, the source material, and it's like, okay, cool, I get it, but dude, I'm in a way this is good because now you're bringing in a younger and a wider audience to something that people don't even care about, which is comics.
You know what? And real talk, you don't actually like need to read comics to be a fan of this anymore because, like, for instance, like we're talking Batman, right? Or like Captain America, like they're so in the mainstream now that you don't actually need to read the comics to be a fan. Like there's cartoons, there's movies, there are TV shows and stuff like that. It's just you don't need all that.
Yeah, definitely. And another album that dropped on this day in 1994. Oh man, it's the legend himself, the Notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls, dropped his debut Ready to Die album. Let me tell you something, boy. Well, so when I was coming up and I just started getting into music, I was attracted to like R&B. I still am more R&B than hip hop, but I got into hip hop maybe like around 94, 95, right? So I remember, I don't know if you remember this, but I grew up with Columbia House, and it was the subscription of tapes and CDs, right? And so what you call it? I would I would I would get these pamphlets and things that they send in the mail, and it'll give you a whole list of like albums that dropped in the last like 2 months or so, right? And you would go and it would tell you to pick like 12 albums for a penny each and shit, right? So it'll be like, oh fuck, man. And I would just sit there. I would just sit there, right? And I'll get my little pamphlet and I'll look at that shit for like a week. I'll take it to school and just be like, man, I want this one, I want that, I want this, I want that, right? And then one day I said, yo, fuck this. I'm gonna do it. So I start checking off all the ones I want. I remember getting Brandy, her debut album. I got Raekwon, Built for Cuban Links. I got this Biggie. I got like just a ton more random albums, right? The Youngsters was the first rap album I ever heard. If you don't know who they are, Google them shits. It was 3 dudes, young ass cats. It's called the Youngsters with STA, right? It was so dope. But I remember getting these albums, bro. I got tapes, cassette tapes for my Walkman, and I put them shits, and I was listening to them in my headphones. And man, I'll tell you that, yo, bro, that music right there just changed my life forever from that point on, bro. Because I just fell in love with the shit. I fell in love with that shit. Hot 97 was just starting as a music station here in New York, like around that time. It wasn't even like huge, but I remember listening to it nonstop. I fell in love with the radio and that music. And let me tell you something, boy, that 12 albums for a penny was bullshit. Because after that, they charge you. After that, they made you buy another album, and they charge you like $30 fucking for that album, bro. When my father got that bill, I got an ass whooping. But by that time, I was already 20 albums in, so I didn't care. I said, "Fuck this." It was like, "Fuck that, yo."
It's crazy, man. You bring that up too, like the whole pamphlet, because like I was watching YouTube. And what I call home is punk and metal. And what the guy was saying was, in order to get a shirt, the only way you could do it is if you actually wrote it down and said,
yeah.
And Rich El Sinestro would say, we're spoiled with riches right now, man. Like, I can go to Hot Topic, I can go on Amazon, and like, I picked up a Metallica shirt on Amazon. Like, we're just spoiled with riches. And like when I got into punk, what I would do is I would pick up compilations for like $7-8, you know, like CDs like the Vans Warped Tour CDs. And it would have like a compilation of all the bands that were going to be on Warped Tour that year. And that's how I would discover all these bands. And now we got Spotify, where it's just like if we were to put on a radio for a band, you know, like that's how we discover new music.
Yeah, it's like every album you can ever imagine and think of is in the palm of your fucking hand.
You know what though? Bands are.
I would have to go to a record store just to get a single, just to get like a mixtape, just to get an album, or have to hit record. I would always have pause and record, play, press down on my fucking radio. So when the song I liked came on, boy, I would boom, press pause, and it would suck when the fucking DJ would be talking and talking, and you hear the song already start,
Yeah.
and he's still talking. I'm like, damn, now I gotta wait for the next round for the song to come on, yo. And I did that shit with tapes. I did that shit with video cassettes, recording videos.
Oh yeah.
Yo, I remember right before my VCR took a shit on me, right at my father in my parents' house. I found a video cassette and I played it. And I had a ton of videos from MTV and BET, right? And I remember I had the Wu-Tang Clan Triumph 6 times in a row on that tape, bro. And I was like, damn, I must have loved this video, bro. I love this song.
Man, cassettes are actually coming back. Because there's a record store right by me, and it's probably one of the few that are left. It's called Rolling Stone Records.
Okay.
And, like, you know, vinyls was the big thing coming back. Now it's cassettes.
What's up, Gil? What's going on, bro? Yo, dude, I've been telling people, like, for the maybe like past 3 or 4 months, you go to Target, they sell Discman. They sell the Discman. They sell Walkmans. They sell the little portable radios with just the little headphones. And I'm so stupid because I saw that and I was like, yo, I should buy every single one of these. And I didn't. And ever since then, and I go back, I've never found it. I literally saw that one time. I saw a Discman, the Walkman, and everything. And I don't buy it. I was like, damn. And I should have, because I have 2 Sony boom boxes that I grew up with that I used to carry around in school and everything when I was in middle school and a little bit of high school. And I got them to this day. Like I got them and shit, but it eats my tapes. It eats my tapes, man. And I can't even take them to get fixed because it's like, who gonna fix them?
Yeah.
Don't nobody fucking fix them and shit. So it's crazy how everything from back then is literally coming back. I just bought my oldest a record player over the summer, and we bought some records. She got the best of Michael Jackson and then some other shit. But it's a trip because she was like, oh my God, they're all looking at it. They're like, how does it work? I was like, you pick up the little hand with the needle and you put it down. and like it was like, oh fuck, that's all it takes. They're like, where's the they were like, how do you connect to Bluetooth? I was like, what?
But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there like a turntable where you could connect to Bluetooth?
Yeah. No, they do for speakers, so they can connect speakers and shit. Because the speakers on the ones that come with it, they're not that great, but it's dope though. Like I love that it's coming back. I hate the prices. I blame Urban Outfitters for all this shit. I blame them. But I think it's cool.
What up, Gil?
I think it's cool that it's coming back, because yo, dude, Anonymous, Urban Outfitters been doing this shit since before Stranger Things, bro. If you ever been to an Urban Outfitters, like fucking, I don't know when, like 2010, 12, 15, they've been bringing all this old shit back, yo. They were I think they were the first stores that I started seeing selling actual records, bringing them back before they had like the record players like out there and shit.
Yo, I hate it. Like real talk, man. Like they're just overpriced. Like I remember, man, like at a mall, there's an Urban Outfitters and they had an '89 Batman shirt. It was like $30. I was like,
Yeah, 30. 30. I found a double record at Target, 60, 65, $70. I was like, the fuck? And that's crazy because Walmart has their own exclusive vinyl.
yup.
Target has their own exclusive vinyl. All these stores got their own exclusive vinyls. And I'm like, yo, are they selling that much? Like, are they selling that much, right?
Yo, in my basement, I actually have a Nightmare Before Christmas vinyl soundtrack, and on each there's two vinyls. So on each side, it's got like images printed on it, and I got it at Hot Topic on clearance a long time ago, man, when I was a kid, and I thought about actually just taking them out and pinning them on my wall, but I mean, I never did, just because you ruin the integrity of the vinyl.
Yeah. And then, like, some of these shits, they come all fucked up and warped already, like right out the packaging, and it sucks. And then my oldest is like, yo, why is it skipping in this? I'm like, that's how these things are. They're never perfect. I'm like, they skip, they get dirty easily. One little piece of lint fucks it all up and shit. Chad, what's going on, my man?
Man, speaking of vinyls, like every Christmas, like my parents used to have a turntable with Christmas vinyls. So whenever we put up the Christmas tree, we would put the vinyls on there. And me being young, dumb, and reckless, I put the needle down, and all of a sudden my dad was just like, "Oh no, you're gonna scratch it! You're gonna scratch it! Let me do this, okay?" He goes, "You can put the vinyl down. I'll put the needle down." He goes, "You can't get these anymore."
Oh, appreciate Marvel Kicks. What's going on, man? Appreciate you, homie. Just stay tuned. Hopefully you stay tuned. I'm gonna reveal some things. I got one of my 80s baby tees right here.
Dude, that's sick.
I call it the Ghost Trap. My man Chamba, he designed it. Yeah, man. But like I said, it's pretty dope that everything from back then is coming out.
Dude, VHS, dude.
I can't wait for VHS to pop up, but it's gonna be weird how that comes out, because it's like we could just watch it whenever we feel like it. What would be the point of you recording something or actually watching it on cassette, right?
Yeah.
And if they bring it back out, it's gonna be like super high quality some way, somehow. It's not gonna be the same where I would have to hit the tracking button on the remote or on the VCR so like the little squiggly lines get out and all that shit. That was the fun part and things like that, right? But
jiggling the cord too.
Yeah, right. But yeah, man, like shit like that is crazy. Again, I don't even know what the hell we were talking about, but whatever. I don't really care. There's no direction in this fucking show. But yeah, so Nick, you know what? Actually, I'm glad you hopped on and you rang in, because I like talking to people. I want to have this thing. Seth was my first guest on the show, and I wanted to have a little segment every now and then called Artist Alley, right?
Nice.
Where I want to, bring on people that artists, because I love art and things like that. So bring them on and talk a little bit. And, you yourself are an artist, my friend.
Yeah.
So, why don't you tell the people that are here a little bit about what you do?
Well, I'm strictly a digital artist. My influences are anything from superheroes to horror, icons. Right now, like, it's probably my ADHD. Like, I've been on a big horror kick. I just went to Ohio, and I got to meet James Jude Courtney, who's the newest Michael Myers in the new Halloween trilogy. And my brother actually made me privy to this to get one of my prints signed by him. And he actually suggested, gifting them one of the prints, so that it's great, shameless self-promotion. But this dude right here, man, like, he shared my story. And I remember waking up first thing in the morning, and, I go straight to Instagram, first thing in the morning. And I saw that I got mentioned in a story, and it was him. Dude, I screamed. Like, I was so humbled, man. Like, the dude was just so nice. What I do is, like, when I get it signed, like I wait to see the reaction on the the art. And he was just like, oh my, he goes, oh wow, this is really nice. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. And so like I'm always holding one up, with the back facing him. So like I did it with Quinn Lord, who plays Sam in Trick or Treat, and I forget his name, but he played Bob in the in Halloween '78. But he was over the moon, man. Like he rarely ever does. Oh, it's actually right there. Like he rarely ever does conventions because he works for Disney. I think he
Okay.
works at Disneyland. He's like one. I don't know his role, but I know he's like really behind the scenes with it, so he's really busy. But he was he was talking about like the actual print that I had him sign. So when I handed it to him, dude, he lit up like a Christmas tree.
That's
And
awesome.
like
That's
to me,
awesome.
man, that means the world. And it's humbling too.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I think that's dope. I've been, I've been fan of your stuff for quite a
thanks.
while now, things like that. And seeing that picture, not only this one, but this one right here, I thought that was awesome. This is your brother, right? That you're with?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah. Like I saw this and I was laughing because I was like, it's so funny. And also because I think you still have the size sticker right there of the shirt.
No. That's actually a hole in it.
Oh, it's a hole. I thought it was the
Yeah.
size of the. I'm like, damn, my man bought this shit fresh out the fucking, fresh out the damn store and didn't even just threw it right on it. He left the tag on.
Yo, that was actually my second time meeting him, and I
Yes,
wanted to
yeah,
actually.
I know.
That was one of man. I brought all the prints with me because I wanted to have him sign one of them, and all the tickets to his autographs sold out.
Yeah, I mean, this dude, I, he became Freddy, and will forever be Freddy. But he's done other roles, and it's like he's just killed it. But he is Freddy, right?
Yep.
And now he is I was so like hyped when I saw him in Stranger Thing, and I was like, oh shit, that's Freddy.
Yeah.
So like I thought that's so awesome. Like, someone like that can just keep it going and people know who the hell he is. Because unlike the dude that did Michael Myers or Jason, you really don't know the man behind the mask most of the time, right? But with him, it's like who the fuck he is, right?
And the thing with Michael, I mean, other than James Jude Courtney, man, there's so many people that are behind Michael, like Nick Castle, for instance. He's also Michael Myers, but he just does the breathing. So quite literally, he just puts on the mask and they record him breathing. Like, because in '78, I think he had one scene as Michael Myers.
Like this right here is so crazy. I love this. I love I had a talk with Chamba one time when we were doing after Toy Migos and stuff. We were just chopping it up, and I love behind the scenes stuff. When it comes to anything, I always love knowing and intrigued by knowing how things work and like this and that. So when like you do a video like this where it's like almost like a how-to or like a step-by-step of what you did, I feel like that's so ill to me, right? Because it's like, oh, you see the hard work that goes into it. Because a lot of times people, they'll see this and it's like, oh, he does it so quick, it's so easy. And it's like, yeah, okay, because I've been doing it for years and that's why it's become a little easier. But when I first started, it took forever.
See, with this, man, I'm actually trying something new because like everything I usually did was mainly painting. Because like I learned how to paint traditionally. So, when I got the iPad and, man, this was a learning curve for real. Like that's all a pencil I discovered on Procreate. That's the program I use.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to do watercolor because like I never mastered it. So it's like it's something new for me to learn and just try out. And you know what? Honestly, especially on Instagram, it's a struggle for real because it's like stuff like this will get a lot of love. Like the Raphael I did, the Universal Monsters one. Yo, it's so crazy. Like that one, I think got 92 likes.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's this right here. When I saw it, I was like, oh shit! I thought it was like copy and paste of the box cover from NECA. It looks
Yeah,
so good. It looks so good. Like I said, man, I really enjoy all your art, and it's
thanks,
just
man.
it just gets better and better as time goes by. You know, like
Thank you, man. I really do
like
appreciate you.
it's so nice. It's so dope, and it's like it's your own style. A lot of times you see something and it looks so similar to someone else's, and it's like, oh, who did this? But it's like certain people have certain style, and it's their style, and like they own it, and yours is like this, you know, like shit like this. I love the way this looks. I love this. Like the end product of the whole, it
Thank
looks
you.
nice. You know, it's so great, and like I mean, I know we've talked before, and how like discouraging it could be getting those likes and things like that, and people sharing, but in due time, my friend, you know, like everything is all timing. Everything is timing,
You
you
know
know.
what, man? One thing I learned, but like following up on that conversation we had, it's just like that's not what I started doing this for. Like I did this
Exactly.
because I love doing art, you know, and it's just like no matter what, as long as you love doing something, the success is gonna follow.
Yeah, and
You know,
I like you know, I tell people this all the time. It don't matter who you are, what you do, right? It's like you know, you like you said, you're not doing this for the gram,
yeah,
but you wouldn't be posting it if you didn't want like the like not approval, but like the appreciation about from others,
yeah,
right? Because it's like you're like, damn, I did so like I feel like I killed this. I really love the way this came out,
yeah.
and so you post it, and it is kind of discouraging when you only see like a few likes, right? Like no one wants to put up a gourmet meal that they chefed up for Thanksgiving, and it got like 12 likes,
You
right?
know what though, man? Like real talk, it's you know when we had that conversation about like just getting discouraged, you know, when you don't get the love that you have for the end product, like it's just kind of like one of those things where it's like for me, I just post it up and I just just let it do what it's gonna do. And when I go on Instagram, like I mainly use my art account now. Like I'm looking like for my people like that are doing art so I can share it,
Yeah,
you know, and you know, give them the love because like I don't know, man, like when you kind of turn your mind off from like the expectations, like the happier you're going to be. Like, you know, on my envelopes when I do so, you know, when I ship my prints out, I always throw a sketch on there. If for real, do it for you. Yep, exactly. Like I'll always throw a sketch up on there. And like Smash Labs, man, he got a print off of me and I didn't want to post it until he got it. Cause man, you know, our guy, you know, he loves Nightwing.
yeah.
You know, he bought a Ghostface print off of me. And I was thinking about throwing a Ghostface on, but you know, I wanted to do something a little special for him. You know.
Yeah, man. I just love everything you've been doing, and you've been killing it, man. You've been killing it. Just keep posting, keep doing your shit, you know. And like D Blake said, man, the, people are attracted to you having fun with it, you enjoying what you do. They like that, right? No one wants to see someone just sit there like it looks like a job.
Yeah,
It's no fun. But when you're there and you're enjoying yourself, and thing, it's like, oh, what's he doing, right?
yeah.
What's he doing? So like shit like that is dope to me. Oh look, speaking of Smash Labs, he heard his name. He came calling.
Yeah, what's up, Chris?
This motherfucker, he says he listens to the show, but never wants to actually like what's that shit? What's the word called? He never wants to actually like be a part of it. Like you hiding. What he think he is fucking Nightwing and shit. Jackass. But yeah, man. where can people find you and like stuff like that? And can they purchase your art?
Yeah. I don't know actually. I think my Etsy will be the same handle. Well, if you go to my Instagram, it's Zomfotis Art. It's quite
Oh,
literally
okay, it's on there. I got it.
right there. If you go on Instagram, there's a link to my Etsy there. And I'm shocked you didn't pimp the shirt.
What shirt? The one you did for me? Oh,
yeah.
Where is it at?
Man, I love that.
Yeah, I still haven't. I never bought one for myself.
Don't feel bad. I don't buy my own.
No, it's like when you put it up, I was still in the hospital, so
yeah. No, it's cool, bro.
I never got it, but I forgot.
Right
Actually,
there.
a dude at my comic shop. Shout out to what's his Instagram handle? I can't remember. I don't know, but my man Dave from Zap Comics, he wore that shirt this past Saturday. He was telling me, and he has a couple of shirts that have my face on it, which is a trip to me. I'm like, why? Like, what the fuck? But it's funny. So, but thank you, man. I appreciate this,
man. Like, I was actually talking to Lucky, and I was telling him, I'm like, like I was unemployed at the time and I couldn't give anything. And I brought it up to him like, hey, what if we, collaborate and we do a shirt for Dario? And he was like, you know what? I was actually thinking about the same thing. He goes, show me what you got. And I did a few, and that was the one I actually loved the most.
Yeah, I gotta get me one. I gotta definitely get me one. The only one I got was the one these motherfuckers took a picture of me when I was high as hell in San Jose on the couch.
Man, those memes were great, man.
I got that shirt, and I also got that shit as a blanket.
You got that draped over your couch?
Yeah. I rocked that stuff like when I got out, I was using it as a blanket. Yeah, there it goes. There goes this shit right there. Make sure you guys, let's copy this link and post it on the chat, shall we? Okay. Oh, there it goes. All right. Oh, that says Instagram. Okay, whatever. Anyway, but you can purchase some stuff from Nick right there on the link. Right? That's awesome. And speaking of art, like I said, I wanted to reveal some things before earlier, and let me get that popping right now. But I opened up a spring tea shop, and I never promote it because I don't promote my own stuff. Whatever, I don't really care. Whoever knows. Who doesn't, whatever. But I'm excited today because I got some new artwork with more to come. There's different variants of this, but this is the beginning. I'm gonna put up more. I got 3 more styles of the same thing, just different variations. I'm gonna put them up in the following weeks. Like next week, I'm gonna put up another color, and then the following after that. So this is the shop. Again, logo done right here by my man Chamba. It's an 8-bit. Love it. And I just got like the shirt I'm wearing right now. It's right here. It's called the 80s Ghost Trap. It comes, I got for women and all that stuff. They got what's this shit called? A crop hoodie. What is this? I don't know what the wife beaters. I don't want to call it a wife beater.
Tank top.
I got t-shirts, whatever. Also, Chamba did me a new logo for the Raw Live and Unedited podcasting network. It's like a record. So this is the back of the shirt right here. You see is the back of the shirts. And then the front just has the little RLU logo, which the next show that we do, I'll be wearing that. It came out hella nice, man. It's really, really nice. And then it has my 80s Baby logo on the back. Again, I love graphic tees. I have a shit fucking ton of them. And I don't like it just on the front. I like something on the front and the design on the back, you know, especially if it feels like it needs more. So I got the 80s baby logo on the back. It's got my face. It's got my. I apologize for my voice. Like I said earlier, I'm kind of sick, and I got my face on the front. You know, people might not want to wear my face or whatever. And I swear to you, people, guys, I swear to you, I am not a criminal. I am not a criminal. This is not a bandit. You know, I'm not a robber. This is a Michelangelo bandana because for my love of the Ninja Turtles. Okay, that's what that is. It is not me ready to rob your ass. But if you act up, I might rob your ass.
Not the Hamburglar?
Yes, I'm not the Hamburglar. But yeah, and then I got a piece of art that I purchased off of you, sir.
Yep.
Which is right here. This is shown on the women's crop top hoodie. I call it Drowning, and I love this. I wanted to print this out and frame it, but I never post up my shit and hang it up. I have tons and tons of artwork. I have frames. I have everything. I just don't have my wife. Let's keep it real. My wife doesn't want me to put my shit up. All right. Let's just say that one time I had a Scarface poster hanging, and I went to work, and when I came back, my poster was fucking broke. The glass was broke and everything. And I said, yo, what the fuck happened? She's like, yo, it just fell. I was like, yo, you hated that shit from the rip. I was like, I knew you made that shit fall, yo. So I really wanted to do something with this. I've worn this shirt already. I got a sample on it, and I loved it. It looks fucking gorgeous on my red t-shirt that I got it in. And again, I said I named it Drowning because that's exactly how we feel sometimes, right? We all feel like we're drowning and like, fuck, man, I can't. Can I get out of this shit? Can I swim back up? But it's I love that artwork, man. Thank you so much for that. And then this is my new stuff that I'm doing.
Chamba right do that one?
Yes, sir. So this is a take on LL Cool J. Can't Live Without My Radio. And Chamba did it with the Turtles. And this one is Raphael. And he is wearing, if you can see, he's wearing all the colors of the Turtles. The purple track jacket with the orange pinstripe and a blue bucket hat, right?
No.
So he got that. And, you got the Dookie chain from the 80s. And then, the big ass, the boom box, right? He got that. So, and then the front, we got this logo shell right there.
Oh.
Right? So, So I got that all new. Just posted that up. And it comes in everything. Whatever this shit had, boy, I put it on that motherfucker. I got t-shirts. I got hoodies. I got long sleeves. I got crew necks. Whatever. I got babies. You put your damn kids in my shit. Go get I got t-shirts for kids. I got onesies. I got what else we got in there? I got tote bags, all this crap. You got a baby? Yeah, man. Throw that motherfucker on, throw that onesie on this little bastard, and and you let that kid rock in style. Look at this shit. It comes in different colors, It's dope, man. And it blends, it meshes well. Again, like I said, I put up 2 variations. This is called Rock the Shells. That's what I ended up naming it. Thank you to Kevin toying around and my man Dave from Zap Comics. They were helping me try to figure out a name because I had so much shit flying, but I ended up with Rock the Shells. If you know Sirius XM, you know what I'm talking about, where I got that name. We got mugs, tank tops, posters, pillows, you name it. This is Rock the Shells. This is Raphael in purple. And then we also have I got stickers too. And for anyone that does purchase these things, please hit me up, show me that you bought it, and I'll send you a sticker pack myself for as a thank you. And not only will you get 80s baby stickers like the ones you've seen on the shirt designs, you're gonna get the 80s baby Ghost Trap stickers, and I also have the turtle stickers coming in. I got some other stickers in there and some pins too. So show me that you got the shit, and I'll send you the stuff out as a thank you. But like I got thing. So this is again, I got the Raphael in purple, and I also have the Leonardo in purple. And again, you see that he's wearing the brothers' colors, the purple tracksuit with the orange piping, and he got a red bucket hat since it's Leonardo, right? And like I said, I got more coming, different variations, different colorways. So then that way you don't have to just choose one. You can rock out with all the brothers, right? That's the goal, is like you can have many picks, many what options to choose from, as they say, right?
Chaba's killing it, man.
And and dude, I've been I always have ideas in my head, right? Right now my addiction is collecting and figures, but I've always been addicted to apparel, t-shirts and stuff like that, graphic tees, and in time, like I said on Kevin's show, it's this or drugs, and I choose other things. And I choose other things. So I would have loved to have started like my own apparel brand or something, but I cannot draw for shit. And my ideas in my head are sometimes too hard to dictate in words, especially to an artist like me telling you something. And I'm like, oh, I would want something like this. And then you bring it back to me. And in a way, sometimes I'll feel like, nah, yo, that ain't it. I'm gonna just be like, oh, okay, that's nice. That's cool. But it's not the way I want to go, So all I did was send Chamba the original picture, the original artwork of where this came from, the inspiration of this. And dude, my man just threw it right back at me within like not even an hour. And I said, holy shit. It wasn't even what I had in mind, but I fucking love it. Like I didn't even have anything in mind, to be honest with you. I just said, hey, I wanted to do something in this vein, right, in this realm of like the design. And this dude just came right back at it with this, and I was like, holy shit. And then he sends me more, and I was like, oh shit. No, first of all, he sends me like just a regular drawing of it, right? Yeah. And I was blown away just by that. And he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm not done. That's just like a mock-up or something. I was like, wait, what? I was like, dude, I was ready to fucking print the shit and post it. I was like, this looks crazy just on its own. And when he sent this, man, I was blown away, bro. I was blown away. So then he sent me a whole different type of variants again. And like, here goes the long sleeve. It comes in a ton of different colors, It's so dope, man. It's so dope. I love it. Like, thank you to that man. And and I'm a credit I'm a credit him forever, and I even credited him in the description of this shit right there,
Hey, whose idea was it? Was that your idea for the Adidas Turtle Shell?
I don't remember, but all I know is like I was like, yo, that's so sick. Like I wanted something like not just that, but he threw that in there, and I think it was him, but it was just, I was like, yo, it was like this dude's reading my mind, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I need more like from you. It's like I found someone that knows kind of like almost to the T of what I want when I'm thinking of and shit, right? So like anonymous dude just said, he wrote, let me pick your brain. If you had a clothing line, what would it be? So I actually do have ideas in my head, and I've always loved the polo bear, right, and how it was dressed, but I wanted that style with like iconic photos, like the ones we saw earlier, like Biggie and the Twin Towers. I wanted that, but with like a bear or some type of like design that you could be attracted to, right? And with those images and shit, right? and stuff like that. I always used to, like, again, I go back to graphic tees. I used to rock back in 2000 when we used to wear like 3 times our size. Like I'm rocking 2XL and shit like that. I was always wearing graphic tees with rap lyrics on my shirt and like just images of just pictures and stuff, like, you know, picture tees and things like that. And I always love shit like that. I love sporting things that I love, right? I love rocking it. So
Man, that style's coming back though. The baggy clothes.
yeah, I seen that. Again, then we got the stickers, we got posters. You know, we got different size posters, and like the link, the link in the description to the shop is in the link is in the description on the YouTube, right? That's how you say it. I don't fucking know. But yeah, man, just, you know, again, like you said, if you guys want and you buy something, hit me up and I'll send you some stickers. You know, just show me proof that you bought something. I'll send you stickers. You know, and a huge thank you if you do end up buying something. But I will be rocking my own shit. If you see me at New York Comic Con, I'll be wearing my own stuff or any Toy Migos merch, because that's my peoples and that's my family. You know, Cheney, Ernie, Adam, everybody involved with Toy Migos. I love them guys, so I'm definitely going to Comic Con and to rep for them. But I also will wear my own stuff if I have the chance. We'll see how I feel like waking up or the night before. Oh yeah. Oh, Deep Lake, bro. I got some stuff for you, man. I got a whole. I got pins and stickers, everything for you, bro. I got you. But yeah, man. You know, this is coming, and like I said, next week I'm gonna post up another variation of these turtles, a different colorway, you may call it. In case you don't like these, you know, you can wait, and next week, hopefully by the weekend or so, I'll post up more. And then like I'm gonna post up everything they got, man. If they got, you know, fucking condoms, I'll throw in some logos and shits too. But I got more stuff working on the way. I hit up Chamba already, and I said, dude, I got more ideas, and if he's down to do them, you know, then hey, man, I'm commissioning my man, and we gonna keep at it, and we gonna keep grinding, get this shit going, because I don't want to work forever, dog. I gotta make something happen. You know, we all gotta try to do something, make this shit work for us, right? You're doing your art, hopefully that shit takes off. Eventually it takes off, and it's like, hey, I really only do this for fun now. You can buy all my old shit. Right? But yeah, man. But if you did buy something already, you know, hit me up. Show me what you bought. Take a picture with this shit, because I'm trying to post. I'm trying to make motherfuckers like models and post them on my Instagram wearing shit. Right? I want to be official, bro. I want to do official shit. I had a fucking message before with the thing that someone wrote, and I wanted to get back to it before we get off. Oh, right here. Anonymous dude wrote, I grew up when there was nothing on Sunday afternoon TV. How you feel living in this information age with YouTube, Spotify, massive toys? I feel like we're in the future. Yo, dude, my Sundays living in New York and when I moved to New Jersey and shit, and being home all the time, because, you know, well, especially living in New York, it wasn't like I could just go out and do stuff, right? I was only allowed to fucking I was only allowed to go like ride my bike from like where my apartment building was to the corner, which was literally like 4 buildings away and shit, right? Because it was so bad in the area. I literally used to watch truck drivers pick up hookers and these bitches shooting up, and I used to find needles and vials and crack pipes and fucking cocaine bags in the floor, right? And doing shit. So I would always spend my Sundays watching WPIX channel 11, the Sunday afternoon matinee. That shit would start every Sunday and Saturday at noon, and they would just give movies, bro, from noon all the way to like 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock or something, right? Yo, I used to watch all the good, Conan the Barbarian with Schwarzenegger, fucking all the Schwarzenegger movies, all the fucking Stallone movies, you name it, I seen it, bro. That was my weekend, just watching them shit. Used to love them, and like how we used, you listen to the weekly show, and we always bring her, and we always used to talk around. We always used to talk about how there's no more action stars, right? There's no more action, the movie action, what action stars, right? That's what the fuck we
Yeah.
call it. Yeah. There's no more action stars, right? It's like it's dead. The closest to it that we might have closest to it is The Rock, right? That's the
Tom Cruise.
closest, because other than that, no one's doing action movies. Like I don't even think about like James Bond and things like that. Like, yeah, those are properties, but you don't see that dude just constantly doing action movies, right? You see The Rock doing action movies. He did, like, it's not like just, it's not just Fast and the Furious and it stops there. Like he's what you call it, the Monsters movie he did, the video game shit, Rampage. Then he did the earthquake bullshit that the only thing missing was like a fucking meteor hitting the earth in that movie, right? It's something I miss, right? That action film stars Stallone and Schwarzenegger and Dolph Lundgren and fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme, fucking goddamn Jackie Chan and all that shit it's over. That era is over, right? It's so soft. We're so fucking soft these days.
You know that, like, it's funny too, man, that you bring that up, because I was watching a YouTube show, and I think it was John Campia, and he was saying the age of the movie star is over. It's all about the franchises now.
Yeah.
And I think, as you said, like, it actually blew my mind. I will only go see a movie if The Rock is in it. Like, no matter how ridiculous or stupid it is, like, I saw Jungle Cruise, but I'm a Disney fan too.
Yeah.
Disney, like, just Jungle Cruise alone was great, but it's because of The Rock. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why when we always brought it up, and me and Rich would always talk, and we'd agree, like, he is the last action movie star. Like, yes, he's not the meaning of it, like that category specifically where he would fall like right into it, but he has like a foot and a half in that door, right?
You know what though? But I think it has a lot to do with The Rock as a person, though. It's just like he's charismatic, he's charming, he's down to earth, like, he's motivational, like he's ambitious. Like, I think it has a lot to say with him, with him being as a person. I kind of have to agree with Chris there.
Man, both of y'all shut the fuck up. Listen, MCU did not kill action stars. Action stars been gone before the MCU, bro. Action stars died out years ago. Don't even get me started, all right? Don't get me started on that whole thing. It's been 10 years, dog. Don't act like this shit happened overnight, bro. It's been 10 years. No, it did not. It wasn't that.
I think
Matrix was a whole different animal. Matrix was the whole different animal. All right. It was, I mean, I watched every single one of them in the theater, but even Keanu Reeves was an action movie star. He was doing Speed. He was doing shit. What's the one? Where he's the undercover cop. Fuck.
Speed?
No. When he's undercover, oh damn, with fucking Patrick Swayze.
Chris.
Oh my god, I'm going blank. I am going blank. I should just.
Are you talking about Bill and Ted?
No, I should just end my show right now, bro. What is the movie with him and Patrick Swayze? Holy shit. Come on, Utah. You know the name of this damn movie. Point Break. Fucking shit. Point Break. Thank you, guys. Fucking shit. Point Break. Point Break. The illest movie, bro. I love that fucking movie. Thank you, Felipe, D. Blake, Dragon Eyes. Thank you for...
Now that you bring up Keanu, I think he's also another movie star. Like, I'll go see a movie because Keanu's in it.
But he's kind of like toned it down because he doesn't do that many movies anymore. The only thing that he's doing right now is John Wick. And once that ends, it's like, yeah, it's over, right? But but the Matrix, like I was saying before, that was a whole different animal just because of the graphics. But it was still in the era of where we were still getting all these movies and shit, right? Because it wasn't until Schwarzenegger became governor and he stopped doing real fucking movies, and like Stallone got old, and it just came a time. But then they all started coming back. You know, Stallone started doing those Expendables and shit, which was cool. I really dug it because he brought everybody back. Everyone that was a fucking movie star, an action movie hero, was in those movies.
But that was his thing. He wanted to bring everybody back to give them, you know, a job.
Like the last hurrah. He brought Jean-Claude Van Damme, his alcoholic, cocaine sniffing ass.
No, I wouldn't. I was just thinking about that too. I wouldn't even say Chris Hemsworth is an action star.
Nah, he's not. I don't consider him. Nah. All he has under his belt is
Thor,
and the ones he did with the Russo brothers, the one on Netflix.
Oh, okay. I still haven't watched it. Is that any good?
It's cool. It's good. Actually, you know what? Speaking of the Russo brothers, I just watched the one with Chris Pine, not Chris Pine. Chris Evans and this dude, the one that's married to the hot chick.
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling. And that was pretty good. I don't remember the name. I'm not good with names, but it was good. It was a good movie. That was worth your watch. I watched that over the weekend, and it was really good. And he actually, Chris Hemsworth is pretty funny in these movies. You know, but it's not. I wouldn't consider him. I mean, not Chris Evans is pretty funny in the movie, but I wouldn't consider him or Chris Hemsworth, you know, anything like an action movie star. The Gray Man is what the name of the movie.
I think Evans actually has the potential for that.
He's been doing them. He did that movie with the train, where they're all on the train. I forget the name of that too.
Not Train to Busan.
No. Yeah, the Gray Man. That's the well, the one with the train. It was a weird movie, but it was dope. You know, it's like they're like the last people on Earth type of shit, and they're all on this train, and the kids and all. It's fucking weird, but it was a dope movie. You know,
I think it was a remake, wasn't it? It was like a Japanese or a Korean film.
I don't know.
But
let's see where. Come on, Felipe. I don't even know. I just see 50 Cent, Felipe writing 50 Cent, but I don't even want to even know what the hell he was talking about because he better not be talking about action movie stars and him talking about 50 Cent. Let's see.
I mean, there's John.
Snowpiercer. There you go. Man, Dragon Eyes, bro. You like a fucking Rolodex of movie names and shit.
I mean, there's Johnny Depp too.
Nah, not really. That wasn't action movies. He was always doing.
Oh no, I just meant movie star. Period.
Oh no. No, I'm like movie stars are we always gonna have. I'm talking about action movies, action movie stars. You know, like all you know them is like, yo, they're always doing action movies. Like Jean-Claude Van Damme, you never saw him in no fucking rom-com. You never saw him in a comedy. It was always action movies. Bloodsport, fucking greatest, one of the greatest movies of all time, right? Shit like that. My man.
Yo, I just literally binged in literally 24 hours the new Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, I don't think I even watched last season. My kids are watching it though, all over again.
All I gotta say is last season was just meh. This season is great, man.
Yeah.
Terry Silver is a monster in this this season.
Yeah, I gotta catch up. I only watched the first two, and then it's like I was just like, whatever. It's like I like it, but then again, I'm like, whatever. You know, like you said, last season was meh, and maybe that's why I completely forgot there was a last season. I thought this season was last season. Like I completely forgot all about it. But my kids are watching it. They're rewatching it all over again. My wife watches it with them. My oldest was like, "Oh, I should watch the movies." I was like, "Oh, you didn't even watch the movies yet? Like, you gotta watch them."
You know what though? Like, it was funny too. Like, you know, Rich always talks about water cooler talk. I just got a new job, and like, I'm talking to people over like around the water cooler just about Cobra Kai. I'm like, "Did you ever see Karate Kid?" And they're like, "No." I said, "All right, at least watch the first one." I've only seen the first one, and I'm like, "You should probably watch 2 and 3, but you don't need to." Really?
I mean, I would watch 2. I don't know about so much about 3. Yo, Smash Lads, bro. I'm a boot you out this chat. I'm gonna boot you out this chat. You could save all this MCU drama for on the RLU group page and you could team up with the boys with the toys. Oh wait, guess what? Their show's dead too, just like the MCU. I guess Thanos got that snap on him.
Hey, Cavill's doing action movies too.
I enjoyed him thoroughly. Like I enjoyed him a lot in Mission Impossible. I liked him a lot.
I still haven't seen that movie. That was going to be the only reason I saw that movie too, just with him like fucking just the douche.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good. I like that movie. I mean, actually, you know what? There you go. Tom Cruise, the last action movie star. He is the last action movie star.
I mean, I think I've only seen the first Mission Impossible, and I never bothered like catching up on that.
This dude, still does his own stunts. This motherfucker's crazy. He be jumping in shit out of planes. You seen the behind the scenes of him and Hawkeye when they're on the fucking on that building in Dubai? He's actually doing the stunt himself, like grabbing them and shit. He talks about it. Hawkeye talks about like how crazy this motherfucker is when he was doing that scene.
He's like him holding onto the plane too. That was actually it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Man, no. See, I'm not gutsy enough. Nope.
It's not all right. So look, this is how I see it. It's not superhero movies that killed, action films. Action films died out because times have changed.
Mm-hmm.
People are soft. Movies have changed. Insurance has changed, and these movies, what do you call it? Studios. These movie studios aren't gonna pay for someone to get hurt. We've seen lesser films where there aren't that much action and stunt doubles getting killed behind the scenes because of doing stuff, right? So a lot has changed and over time where people have become actually smarter in how to do film, and that's why we have CGI, because they don't have to put themselves in danger to do these things. Again, Tom Cruise is still doing these things because he knows this is how it was back in the day, and this dude's a vampire. He doesn't age, and this is all he knows. But superhero films are only popular and also bringing the money because that's what we're into at this time. Right now, that's what we look forward to because we love, again, like we talked before, you love comics. I love watching things like that. People love cartoons. Seeing them in real life versions of it is awesome, right? It's something like that. I feel like this time right now that we're in is meant for all the nerds and the geeks that were picked on as a kid, that were too ashamed to say, hey, I read comics, hey, I collect cards, hey, I do this and that, right? The ones that are always getting bullied. The era of the bully is over. Like, you're the loser now, right? The geek, the nerd, the dweeb, those are the cool kids now. We dress like them. We wear the tight pants. We wear the big glasses. We wear the corny clothes. We want to be them, right? That this is their era. So what Star Wars comes out, all these people that back in the day, like a person like Ernie or the guys at the Sarlacc, when back then the only people that you can talk Star Wars to is another Star Wars fan, and there wasn't that many to be like, hey, yeah, I love Star Wars. It was almost like, yeah, I like it. So now it's like I can open freely and just talk about it, and now you seem like the cool guy because you know everything about it, right?
Same thing with toy collectors too.
Yeah.
Like when I first started collecting was that? It was the Winter Soldier wave of Marvel Legends, and if I was in a toy aisle, I would be getting looks. And like when I came with like the stack of legends to the register, like the girl who was the cashier was just like, "Oh, so this really is a thing." And I don't know, like you know, you kind of tend to hide it. Like, never thought reading comics.
I mean, look, when I was in school, in grade school, and I saw someone read a comics, and I'll be like, what the fuck? What is that, bro? Like, what are you reading coloring books? Like, what is that? You know, like, oh, you're like, dude, get out of here with that shit. Like, let's.
I mean, Raphael Jr. even talked about it too. Like he saw like a kid at school reading an Iron Man comic and he tore it up and threw it at him.
Yeah, because again, it's like, who the hell, like, what? It's not like that was a popular thing to do. It was only like very few people that when I grew up was reading comics. And if you're older than I am, I would imagine you would agree that that wasn't something you're like just waving around like, hey, look, I just got the new fucking X-Men comic. No, it was something like you kept in a plastic baggie where you bought it at, or a paper bag where you bought it at, and no one knew what the hell you really had, right? It was stuff like that.
You know what?
Said, go ahead.
No, like I don't know, man. Like in high school, like I was the only like I was really into punk. So like I had the tight pants, the combat boots, you know, the leather jacket, spiky hair, and everything. And you know, part of that still never went away. You know, and I mean in high school, I mean nobody ever picked on me or anything. Like I was the minority for sure in high school, but you know, being the only smart kid in class, you know, and everybody copying off of me, you know, it's just, I never got bullied or picked on. I actually had, you know, bodyguards, if anything. You know?
But again, that goes with the age, because you said you're like 30, mid-30s, right?
34.
You grew up in the time when everybody was dressing literally the way you look like right now.
Yeah, for real.
Right? With the messy hair and the greasy hair and all that shit, with the chains and all that stuff. It was the thing. That was the end. That was the, like, okay, you're the cool person now because you look like the motherfuckers that are doing these songs on MTV and shit, right? Blink 182 and all those Green Day and all that crap, right? you look like them. So it was like, oh, this dude looks just like that. Okay, you're cool, right? Machu said action movie stars sold the movies back then. Now the franchises sell the movies.
Yep.
And that's
exactly
right. It's true. Before you would see trailers and it was the whole thing was Jean-Claude Van Damme, fucking Steven Seagal's crazy ass, you know, like all that. Now it's just like, oh, now it's Fast and the Furious and whoever's in that. It's not. It's not Vin Diesel, Fast and Furious. It's Fast and Furious and Vin Diesel and every little motherfucker else who's in there, right? See, like my man guess maybe it was an area thing. He said, Dragon Eye says, yeah, this day and age is cool to be a nerd or a geek with all the pop culture knowledge. When I read comics as a kid in the 80s, I had to fight. I feel you, man. Like I wasn't into that shit. I definitely ain't know what no comic books was. I thought comics was the shit in the newspaper. But again, it wasn't something people was coming out and saying like, hey, I got this. Like I remember seeing a kid and like he was reading a comic book. I don't remember what the hell it was, but it was just like, what the hell are you doing? What is this? Like looking through the, like, what the fuck is this? And like you said, like just throw that shit. They would pick on them. Like, what are you reading? So it would be hiding, you know? My thing was cartoons. And of course, everybody, we watch cartoons. Yeah. But who the hell's reading cartoons, right? Like, dude, you're a nerd. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Man, like even if you look at the 80s too, you had Back to the Future, you had Turtles, Ghostbusters. Like those to me were the big three. Like growing up.
What perfect example? Look at Back to the Future when he goes back and he sees his pops. He's a dork. He's reading comics. Everybody, he's the one that gets picked on even by the corny kid, right? He's the one getting picked on by everybody because back then that's how they depicted them to be. Was just like Marty's dad. Like looking like that, like you're an effing nerd.
You know what, man? But it's too, like touching on that too, like in high school, like in grammar school, I never wanted to fit in. Like I didn't care if I looked different, if I dressed different or any of that. You know, like I actually took pride in it. I had no problem being a loner. And like most of my friends in high school, man, they all listen to hip hop. They didn't listen to the music I listened to. But it's just like they were so open-minded enough to see me as a person instead of like the way I dress. So I guess I was blessed in that aspect. But like even talking about horror movies now, like all of a sudden everybody's spooky. You know, like all of a sudden like everybody loves horror movies. But like when I started going to horror conventions and like wearing, you know, stuff like this or like, you know, my coffin chain, like everybody just kind of looked at me like, you go to horror conventions and everybody thinks that, you know, everybody's like me that goes into horror conventions or, you know, worships Satan. But like people like my brother, who's, you know, more conservative, you know, in the way he dresses, my brother loves horror movies. He like at every single convention, he's always meeting somebody that we go to. You know, he's always throwing movies at me and I'm throwing movies at him, you know, because we like two different genres of horror, you know, and it's just now it's like all of a sudden, you know, loving horror movies isn't a stigma anymore. Like I catch so many people wearing old school monster shirts. I'm like, well, have you ever seen the movie?
Which one?
Oh no, like, you know, people wearing stuff like this, you know.
Oh,
Have you ever seen the movie? You know, not to shame anybody, but they're like, no, I like Dracula. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, Chaney. You know, what I mean, I would show you my stash, but it's right here, literally. Like I got like about 8 of them right there. Growing up in New York didn't let anybody stop me from liking things I liked. I fought a lot of people. I got into fights over G.I. Joes in school. Oh shit. So there's a comics in the 80s where bullies travel to the current day and see Comic-Con and they want to beat up everybody. I mean, yeah, man, it's times have changed, bro. It's different. I was telling somebody, I'm like, oh, I feel like we peaked at a certain point, and now we're just like, oh fuck, what do we do now? Let's just go backwards. Let's just go backwards and say it's all new and shit. And it's like, oh yeah, fuck it, it's working, right? Because it's everything we grew up on. At least I know I grew up on most of the stuff. I know you probably like caught wind at the end or whatever in the 80s
Yeah.
and shit, 80s stuff like that, but. It's like all stuff that we're familiar and that we loved and things like that. Like I follow a page. I don't follow a page, but I get, you know, like Instagram shows you shit that you might like or things like this, and
Yeah.
it's a page of like it's a page of like of old street bikes like GT and dynos and things like that, right? Like performance bikes and like so I used to love shit like that. I mean I had a few in my day that I used to borrow from people around the way. I used GTs and red lines and fucking dinos and mongoose. Yeah, they like mongoose is all and like it's vintage 80s stuff, 90s, and oh man, I just like damn. I always wanted that. Like one of the coolest movies I seen was fuck. Now I'm gonna go crazy and try to think that I can't. Where is it? Dragon Eyes. What's the movie with the white boy that he moves to Cali and he's rollerblading? He loves rollerblading, and they picking on him because he's a rollerblader. Shit. I'm sorry. He was a surfer in Cali and he moves to like Minnesota or something. What the fuck? Fucking Jack Black is in that movie. Airborne. There you go. My man Caesar. What's good, bro? Airborne. Yo, Airborne is the dopest movie I've ever watched when I was growing up, right? I loved rollerblading, and when this movie came out, I was just like, holy shit, I want to be this guy. I want to be just as nice as this motherfucker. I used to bust my ass like crazy just trying to do tricks on rollerblades, right? But this movie was so dope. And it was like shit like that. Like it was like watching that rollerblading. I used to love watching X Games on ESPN.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Seth Green is on that movie. Yeah, he is in that too. I just remember Jack Black's stupid ass because he was the bullies. He was the bully's friend and shit.
And now like skateboarding is in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Snowboarding was in there. Like it's just all this crazy shit, right? And it's like, yo, it's crazy. Like it's just crazy how times change, bro. It's crazy. But I love all of it, man. But watching these pages on Instagram pop up and shit like that. I was actually Ramos that was in the chat earlier. When I first got out the hospital, I saw that he was taking up rollerblading, and his wife was skating, and they were like practicing and stuff, right? And I was like, dude, like that's so cool. It was so cool that I seen you do that. It bring back memories. I have a pair of skates in my closet upstairs. Like they're fresh, bro. They're fresh. I must have used them like 4 times. And it was just like I just randomly bought them, right? Because I was just like, yo, man, I wanna do this shit again, but I'm fucking old and I'm fragile now. Like so, but I want to do it, and I still want to do that shit. I got my blades. I'm gonna get my skates, and I'm gonna start exercising. Hopefully soon, drop all this weight I gained back from after all this shit that happened to me. I'm like I was happy and I looked better when I was dying. But that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, man, like shit like that is so cool, and I'm glad to see like a lot of these things are coming back. I remember me and my wife went away to like some getaway, anniversary thing on Poconos one time in PA, and I went roller skating in the gym that they had and shit, right? And she was just like, "Yo, I don't know how to do that shit." I was like, "Ah, come on, man, let's go." Let's do. So I'm doing it. Then and we went back to another place, and I had my daughter with me, the oldest, when she was like really young at the time, and she was all scared. And I'm like, "Yo, I feel so cool that I'm the only one out of this. Everybody, like most of the people here that actually knows how to skate. People were there like busting their ass or using those fucking
Guardrails?
pipes, yeah, like to fucking hold themselves up and shit. Yeah. D Blake, man, I used to play roller hockey. So when I lived in Brooklyn, all I knew was riding bike, right? Riding bike and trying to hop off of shit, little ramps and the curbs and all that. When I moved to Jersey, I'm gonna sound nuts, but Jersey introduced me to like white people, right? Because in New York we had white people and I had white friends, but they were just like me and everybody else, all my Spanish and black friends, right? But Jersey taught me how to be like white. Like these dudes was dressing like how you're saying right now, with like the baggy jeans and like all the horror stuff and things like that. And I was just like, holy shit. It was like a whole, a scenery change to me. And I was like, I felt like the outcast. And I was like, oh, damn. But yo, my friends, man, they taught me real quick. They taught me how to rollerblade. And I was like, I only knew how to roller skate. They taught me how to rollerblade. They taught me street hockey. I was playing, like all these things that I was like, what the fuck? I don't do that. I was like, what the hell's roller hockey? And they showing me, and that shit became so much fun. And when X Games started, dude, I was trying to jump over fucking guardrails at the parking lots and all these things, and it was nuts. It was nuts, but I loved it, man. I loved it. It was so cool. Oh man. Oh shit, we've been going on for a minute, right? So yeah. Anyway, let's wrap it up right here because I could just keep on talking. But yo, my man Nick, thank you, bro, for jumping on real quick. Make sure you go on Nick's page on Instagram. It's the same as his name handle right there on the screen, right? And then you go click the link on his bio and get some art for yourselves. Do it, motherfucker. All right, don't fucking just say like, yeah, you're nice, and then don't support the things you love, bro. Support the things you like. All right, support, man. Just you ain't gonna, if you like shit, get it. Also, make sure you go to the shop, my shop, and get the stuff that I just showed you earlier. The link is in the description, in the bio, wherever the fuck. It's there somewhere on YouTube, bro. You just click the little arrow going down. It's gonna be in there, right? Click it, buy something. Show me that you bought something. I'll send you a sticker pack and some pins. Show me that you bought something prior to this. I know one motherfucker bought something because I saw it and it wasn't me, so I know somebody bought something. I think my man was in here earlier saying he got it. Hit me up, hit me up, and I'll send you something, bro. I'll send you some stickers and shit, to thank you and stuff. But tune in next week, same time, right after Chat Migos assembles, right? And I'm gonna put up some more the variants of the turtle design, and hopefully by next month, what are we in September? In October, I'm gonna come out with another design. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly it is I want the next thing to be, but trust me when I tell you, it's gonna be some ill shit. It's gonna be dope, and it's gonna be in everything. You can get some pint glasses, some stickers, pillows, and I don't know, whatever the fuck, whatever this spring shop shit sells. I'll make sure I put some merch on that motherfucker too. I'll see what happens with the hats. They got some snapbacks and fitteds and stuff. Maybe I'll see how to get that unlocked or something. I don't know. I don't really know how to use it. I'm new to this, so I'm just trying to figure it all out. But
You know what would be hot, man? A fitted hat or even a snapback along the lines of New Era. But if you get 80s Baby in like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles type font with the Adidas shell right here, like on the snapback and on the fitted, have it on the back.
Well, I'm sure I could do that. I could put the logo on the back, like right here somewhere on top of the snapback, and then the turtle thing right here. Well, that's actually what I wanted to do. But, I got confused with these big words they said about unlocking it. And I was like, what the hell? I'm unlocking it. I don't know what the hell you talking about. But yeah. But like I said, I posted up some new merch. If you missed it, just hit the link, scroll. There's a bunch of shit there. There's a bunch of shit there. And like I said, you buy something, send me the proof that you bought something. Don't be fucking lying to me saying that you bought something and then you fucking lying just because you want some stickers. But I'll send you a pack. I'm getting the turtle stickers, the ones that I just showed off. I'm getting those turtle stickers hopefully this week. So I'm gonna include those in the pack. And yeah, I'll send them out. I think I got like about 10 or so stickers in there. I got some Toy Migo stickers. I got 80s Baby stickers. I got RLU stickers. I got some Toy Migo pins. And then I'm going to be at Comic-Con that Thursday, and I will have a book bag with all that shit in there. Yeah, proof of purchase. Thank you, Vegetable Tube. Yo, my man, Vegetable Tube, I haven't seen your ass. I haven't seen you pop up in a fucking thing in the longest, dog. I miss you, bro.
Is that Keenan or Keelan?
Oh, Keelan.
Keelan. Right? Okay, yeah. Oh, Strawberry Forever's Keenan.
Yeah. He got the smokestack coming out of his name, But yeah, again, thank you for everybody that tuned in. Thank you, for subscribing. If you want, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, whatever. If you don't, fuck it, whatever. We'll keep it intimate and whatever. But and Nick, thank you for hopping on and staying on.
Yeah, man, thank you for having
me. Yeah, anytime, bro, anytime. And again, for anyone that's in the chat, I'm gonna post up the link to the StreamYard so you can join me, or as I like to call it, you can call in, and you don't have to stay on as long as Nick did. You can just literally hop on, and if you have something to say, like when we're talking about the action movie stars, call in, tell me who you think an action movie star is, or who you think still is one, or someone that we might have missed. Call in. You don't have to put your face on the screen. You could just have the voice call in and say what you got to say and hang up. Boom, that's it. I want to treat this like if it was a radio show, like just call up, be like, hey, this is such and such. This is D Blake Makes, and I think the topic that you guys are talking about, the movie stars, I think Keanu Reeves is a movie action hero star, and yeah, he's awesome. And boom, click, you're done. You don't got to show your face if you don't want to. If you want to just shout somebody out, like, hey, this D Blake Makes, and I make some signs. There's my my link to the website. I'll post it up, son. I'll post it up. Throw it yourself in the chat. You come on, what's that shit called? Promote yourself, and then just hang up. Whatever the case may be, dog. I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna pin it up on every show, so you can just call up whenever you feel like it. You can stay on the whole show. You could just actually, you know what? I don't really want you to be on the whole show, but just call up and you say what you gotta say, and then keep it pushing. You want to give a shout out? Be like, yeah, I love my wife. She lets me buy all these damn toys and shit. Okay, boom. It's anything stupid, whatever, bro. I want to treat this like a radio show. And but yeah, so I'll see you guys next Tuesday. And thank you for tuning in. Well, how do I forgot how to do this shit up. It's been a week. All right. Peace, y'all.
This program was brought to you by the Raw Live and Unedited Podcasting Network and viewers like you. Thank you.